Hello everyone. Thank God the question is still on the board. Remember in our previous lesson I have shown you how to calculate the area of a triangle in coordinate geometry, where I told you that you can always use this formula, which is what? 1/2 multiplied by the absolute value of x₁y₂ minus x₂y₁. But you can only use this formula if and only if one vertex of the triangle is translated to the origin. Where is the origin? Remember where x and y coordinates are all 0. That is the origin. And I decided to translate this vertex to origin by removing 2 on x coordinate and removing 3 from y coordinate. And you have to do the same thing for other 2 vertices. So I decided to subtract 2 here, subtract 3 here, so that the vertex is now at the origin, 0, 0. So since I have removed 2 here, I have to remove 2 from this x coordinate and this x coordinate. And you have to remove 3 from y coordinates so that you have a full transition. You see that? So after this, you take this one as x₁y₁, x₂y₂, and vice versa. It depends on which one you want to use as x1 and y1. Then you substitute into the formula and get your area. So how can we derive this formula? Very important. Let's assume you have y-axis and you have x-axis like this. And let's form a triangle here. Remember, this is coordinate geometry. We deal with coordinates. This triangle has 3 vertices. And in order to derive this important formula, you have to ensure that one of these 3 vertices is touching the, or let me say, is at the origin, where both values of x and y are equal to 0, right? Though you can derive the formula like this, but my board will not be sufficient. Why? Because if you consider this triangle, it is going to have x1, x2, and x3, y1, y2, and y3. But the moment you translate it to the origin, you're only going to be left with 2 other vertices to work with. So let us translate it. I am going to make sure that our triangle has one of its vertices touching the origin. So assuming this is the triangle, this is the triangle. This is what? Origin, where x is 0, y is 0. So let's call this vertex x1, y1. Let's call it x1, y1, x1, y1. And let me call this one x2, y2. So now, how do we start? You cannot easily find the area of this triangle. But what we are going to do is to form a rectangle, because we know that finding the area of rectangle is very simple. Draw a line parallel to the x-axis, draw another one parallel to the y-axis, so that the lines touches the vertices of the triangle. Something like this. All right. Now we know that finding the area of rectangle is very simple, which is length times the width. So what is the length of this? Well, let me show you the formula. The formula will be what? Because our main focus is the area of this triangle. So the area of the triangle will be what? The area of rectangle minus the area of these 3 triangles, because these are special triangles. They are all right angle triangles, which is, I think, very simple to find their area. This is angle 90, this is 90, this is 90. So the area we are looking for, which is the area of this shaded region, will be the area of rectangle, and the area of rectangle will be the base. This base is going to be from origin to this point. What is the x coordinate here? Remember, it is 2. So the length will be what? x2 minus 0, which is simply x2. Multiplied by, from here to here, will be what? Just y1. So this is the area of rectangle. Then you have to take away these 3 areas. And remember, area of a triangle is 1/2 base times the height. And all of these 3 triangles must contain this 1/2. So you can factor 1/2 outside. Then inside, you're going to have only base times height here, plus base times height here, plus base times height also there. So how do we start? Should I start with this one? Let me start with this one. What is the height? This is the height of the triangle, which is simply x2. I want to always start with x before y. Then what about from here to here? Remember that this is origin. The y here is 0. And what is y here? Y here will be y2. So this is what? y2. Plus, let me come here. I want to start with x. So from here, which is x1, to here, which is x2, will be what? x2 minus x1. That is the length. So I'm going to have x2 minus x1. That is this length. Then we need to find also from here to here y2, right? Okay, y1 minus y2, because you have to start from the top to bottom, from right to left, right? So this is going to be multiplied by y1 minus y2. y1 minus y2. This is the first triangle, which is this one. Second triangle, which is this one. Then we still have this. From here to here is just x1. You can see that. Plus x1 multiplied by what? The height will be what? y1 times, okay, let me even remove the bracket here, y1. All right. This is why I told you that if I should use x1, y1, x1, y2, y3, my board will not be sufficient. So this is x2, y1 minus 1 over 2 times x2, y2 plus the expansion of this will be what? x2, y1, x2, y1, x2, y2 minus, right? x2, y2, then minus x1, y1 plus x1, y2, right? y2. Then we still have x1, y1 here. Let's see whether we have anything to cancel. x2, y2, x2, y2 will cancel. Let's see, do we have another one that can cancel here? Yes, x1, y1 is negative, but this one is positive, so this and this will cancel. x1, y, we only have this one and this one, right? So let me continue up there. So our area is now equal to x2, y1, which is this one, the minus, remember, minus 1 over 2 of this one, right? Minus 1 over 2 of x2, y1. Then what other one? This one. Minus, again, 1 over 2 of x1, y2. Can you see that? And I can see this one and this one. They are similar, right? 1 minus a half is a half. So this is 1 over 2 x2, y1. Then minus 1 over 2 x1, y2. So what do we need to factor out? 1 over 2, because we have 1 over 2 in common. So you have 1 over 2 outside. Inside you have x2, y1 minus x1, y2. All right. The problem is you don't know whether this is negative or positive because they are values, right? This is a number, this is a number. If this number is bigger than this one, then this is going to be negative. And remember, area cannot be negative. So since that is the case, you remove this bracket and include absolute value. What does it mean? It means that whatever value you obtain, whether it is negative or positive, the absolute value will retain that positivity. It will remain positive. But one might ask, why do we have y1, x1, y2 here, but we have x1, y2 to the other end? They are all the same. Let me show you. Because of the absolute value, let's assume this number is 2 and this number is 3. Can you see that 2 minus 3 is -1 under absolute value? But here, this is going to be 3 and 2, right? This is 3 minus 2, which is 1. But since they are all under absolute value of 1 will remain 1. Absolute value of -1 will be 1 again. So you are free to write it anyhow. Whether this minus this or this minus this will give you the same thing, provided they are under absolute value. So you can write it like this, or the absolute value of x₁y₂ minus x₂y₁. It doesn't matter. They are all the same. They are equivalent, let me say. So the area is this. Anyone. So this is how we got the formula.